Hello, everyone. Stop doing that. I don't know how pretty that is to listen. Probably not. Hello, everyone. We are back. We are going to continue. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. It's me. It's your boy. It's your Jonathan Aloy. We are here to continue this fantastical, wonderful journey in the FNAF Freddy's 4 Nights at the children's playground house. Yeah, we're gonna continue. I have spent, since the last recording, countless seconds, minutes, analyzing everything that I did wrong. And honestly, I don't know what the problem is. Is it me? Is it the game? Is it Freddy himself? I actually don't know. I'm gonna stop. Listen, the site might need to go. Hello? Bon Bon? If he was gonna jump me right there, I would have quit the game. If he ended up being right there, I would have closed the game immediately. I wouldn't let it stop. Just fuck this recording if I would have just died on the spot! But thankfully, they're kind. They're kind. Rewind. They're not that kind. They're Freddy! Freddy! Oh! I feel safe. Hello, Bon Bon. Is that your music? It's not, of course. How would I know if I'm talking? I don't do well with quiet and bye. I'm just gonna leave that one alone. I don't think that was a cheeky dicky special. But you never know who's watching, who's in the kitchen. It's Bon Bon! Actually, I don't know. Is Bonnie a cook? Bonnie does play the guitar. Listen, if you have that coordination to play the riffs, the strings, you might actually be able to do some cooking. It's like the same thing, you know. Obviously, coordination. Hey, hi, Freddy, Foxy. You're not in my closet. That's good to know. I hate this game so much. It's amazing. It's great. It's fantastic. Who doesn't like staring at a dark screen and potentially getting jumped? I love it. I feel like every time I look. I don't want it. Was that him? Is that he heard me? Gotta get to the door. I feel like every time I go to one of these doors, I'm just flipping a coin in my head. Am I gonna recognize that someone's at the door waiting for me, or am I going to continue to fail repeatedly over and over and over again? I am a gambling man, so I will always go tails, but sometimes I should go heads. But maybe shut the door. I don't know. Like now. Heads, 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 head, head. I think it's head. Probably don't need to be looking at the back that often. They're active, but I don't think they're that active in the first few nights. Yeah, I'm not going to open that. That's for sure. Ah! Did I shot you, mother? I love your tunes, Bonnie. We've always been best friends. Do you hold the door? I knew there was a mechanic. I remember there being a thing about having to close the door and wait for the flash. I didn't wait. I got scared. Well, at least I've confirmed that information that I should have known, because I've seen this game a million times from the old Mr. Plier. But I guess not. I'm never leaving this night. It's just gonna be stuck here forever. Night 2! I just want to move on with the game. I'm ready. I'm not ready if I can't get past fucking Bonnie and Chica. Man, the little bears, the little bears, they'll make a and the little bears. They're not the fast bears. They're not showing up for some reason. I wonder why. I get it's still technically speaking the beginning of the night, but you suspect they at least one of them would show up by No! Alright. Had I knew that time. Pretty hard to not tell! That was very, very good! You... I gotta... Why are you checking? I would've died anyway, it didn't matter, but like... I just wanted to know, was she gone? No, the answer is... No! Well... That was definitely breathing. I figured it out, I think. Again, I know the breathing, how long do you hold the door? 5 seconds? 10 seconds? An eternity! How long do I have to sit there and hold the door until Mr. Bonbon and Cheek Cheek go away and start? They wouldn't. But now if Freddy's not around, would they? Have they turned the levers? I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna try to beat this night. God dang it, bro. I was still hearing the noises. I guess it made sense. I don't know why I thought she went away. God, man, part of me just doesn't want to talk. I don't want to be here for his entry. I want to be able to record more nights, and I don't want this to be the entire video again. But I just, on the off chance that this is going to be the entire video again, because just this game ends up being impossible for me, because I just can't listen and hear and think and do and turn and shut. Hello? No? Okay. Part of me's a little afraid to honestly do any conversation. I just don't want to commit to anything if this... I just want to skip to the end. I will say, though, it should be obvious, at least, I am going to play with the theory. I don't know, man. Maybe Chica is in the fucking kitchen, okay? Maybe Scott, is he being sexist? No. Women in kitchen, Scott. Real mature. All right, I'm going to assume... No one's in the kitchen, but no one's at the door. I'm going to assume if someone's in the kitchen, it's Chica. Because, yeah, Scott. Real mature. Someone's in the kitchen, and who would it be except for Chica? I get it! You saying men can't be in the kitchen, Scott? He's not saying any of that. So close. I'm so sorry. I keep thinking I'm hearing Chica when she's in the door, but she's clearly not, and I'm confused. And I closed the door thinking it was she there, and then when I unclosed it, I didn't heard her breathe. It was my fault. It was my fault. Yeah! Turn it off! Oh, I can't. It's only the second night! But oh my fucking... It's so stressful! Oh, Oh my lord. Oh my god. The party! Hey, hi! He left without you, I don't care! My older brother can go screw himself, not my actual brother, Chris, I love him. But this fake in creation, he can die! Maybe not die, that's a bit extreme. He can lie! I don't care, oh my god. Oh my god, that's... Sorry, I just... He left without you, yeah. He knows that you hate it here. Well, I mean, the pretty colors. Why do I not like it? Does it scare me? Is it the door? Mr. Fredbear, he's in my room. Why wouldn't I like it? You're right beside the exit. If you run, you can make it. Huh? Hurry, run towards the exit. It looks like the exit is blocked by a long door. And I don't. Oh, that's not the door. Never mind. The door is somewhere else. No, no, wait. Do you remember what you saw? No, I don't. The exit's the other way. Hurry and leave. Okay. I'll leave. It's too late. Hurry the other way and you'll find someone who can help you. What? Oh, how long was he standing there? He's gonna give me cake. Is he gonna scoop out my eyes? Oh, you have to find help. What? Huh? If you can get past them, you have to be strong. It's gonna be bright. Oh! What? The problem? It's tomorrow's another day. Yeah. I guess little Tim doesn't like the animatronics. I mean, I guess that makes sense. If I'm a plush strap, hold control. Yeah, that's fine. Listen, I want to talk. I don't care about your free cheese pizza, okay? Stay there, little man. I'm gonna yap. I guess that makes sense. Little Tim. Listen, I know I'm being a bit of a DICK. Am I really? Maybe a SSS? I don't know. A sailor! It does make sense. He's a little kid. I guess seeing the animatronics are probably very scary, especially with the fact that a human's inside of it, right? If I'm correct, that's the spring trap, the spring lock systems, right? I guess it could be scary. You see this animatronics that's very terrifying to you, especially as a kid, right? Kids' imaginations tend to go very wild, so it does make sense that he would find it very scary, as well as the fact, I'll just let the darkness play itself. I'm sure he won't kill me. As well as the fact that, you know, seeing a person inside might just give him weird ideas. I don't know. You're still there, right, buddy? Okay, good. Just check it. It's like a little kid being scared of like clowns and that, you know. To be honest, when it comes to stuff like that, it tends to come from like very small interactions, trauma, that sort of thing. So it makes sense that he would be so scared of it. His brother's a dick. To take him there because of that, like, you know, that's what scares him. You are such an asshole of a brother, I gotta say. Like, it's not right in any degree. It really isn't. Also, why is the game... People are moving already, excuse me. Yeah. Guess what, buddy? Guess what, Bonbon? Don? Guess what, Mr. Pinhead? I know! What? FOXY. What? I knew I saw someone other than Bonnie in the other door. So FOXY doesn't start inside. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but he roams the house. That is odd. He roams the house and he's inside. I was ready. 12. Do you want to start this already? It's way too soon for this shit. If nothing else, I at least now finally understand the breathing. Sorry, I was just listening. I finally understand the breathing, so now I will actually have a chance to get through this. I was thinking about this, right? I took a little break between this recording and the other one, and I was curious, right? Because in the previous FNAF game, they usually have some sort of way to tell the player that something news, right? You usually, you know, the phone guy. Oh my god, the phone guy. Usually they tell you when there's a little foxy in your closet. I know. Usually they tell you. God, this makes it so awkward when it comes to commentating. I'm trying to talk and I need to stop. I actually am forced to. Listen. What's the god what he made? Usually in these games, right, the phone guy is the way of means to... You leave your mouse on the bottom, it auto turns you. It throws me off every time, it really does. There's usually a means to tell the player when like something's happening, right? Like something's been new and added. And I was wondering, I was wondering that, right? Because this game didn't really have that, right? There's no one to obviously talk to you, right? This is in itself a dream, a nightmare, if you will. And so there's no one to really, you know, phone guy doesn't just, you know, ring in the ring. Hello there, little kid. I need to tell you about the monsters now trying to kill you, right? It makes, yeah. You happy with yourself, buddy? Coming in a kid's room! Bit questionable behavior, I gotta say. Oh, his crouch is like one of his layered animations. I thought it was his standing that meant he was about to jump me. Huh, I guess that makes sense. I didn't realize that was the rotation of the animation. Okay. I was just thinking, I'm like, how does the player know something new has been added? And then I was thinking about, like, you know, the little scenes with the cutscene. Right. It's 1 a.m. Get in the fucking yard! Is it really necessary to be this active, this early? We got something to prove! Well, too bad! Bonnie got me! Fuck you, Foxy! I'm taking too long with everything. I think that's the problem. I think it's me. I just had a thought. Foxy's obviously trying to get into your room because for whatever reason he doesn't start in your room. But if that's him making all the running noises, oh, it would make sense he's waiting. Yeah. Then that noise, that makes more sense, because I thought I was hearing different noises before. In, the previous night. I thought I heard something like that. Something that Foxy would make, not something that, Chica would make. That's interesting. So then by that definition, I assume Foxy gets in your room the moment you turn around to deal with the Fast Bears, right? I think that's the name. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. Right, Foxy gets in your room. I need to stop. I think I need to stop thinking. That's the problem. Damn it, man. That makes sense. He is trying to get in your room, which explains all the noises I've been hearing in the previous nights. That's also interesting as well, because to some degree, you can actually combat them when he gets in your room. So if he gets in your room immediately, that's actually kind of fascinating as well, because if I'm correct, that means that he could arguably get in your room in the first night, right? He could. That's just very interesting to think about. You can in some ways control when he is when he starts his night, essentially. 6. I'll have to do. Get you. Take the door! I knew it. I had to check the door for Bonnie, because I had a feeling I was pushing my luck. Man, the hardest thing is I don't know how long I need to be at the doors. I don't know how long you're meant to shut them. I also don't know if you're really meant to be waiting a few seconds and then looking at them with the light. I think that's what you're supposed to do, but again, I'm not entirely sure. I don't actually remember all the stuff you're actually supposed to do in the game. It's generally been it's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen all this stuff for this game, so I don't really remember what the strats are. I know it's gonna be tough, but if possible, you're not even at the door. Why am I bothering? Just go check on the dog. Ah! I was hoping I could wait till at least 1 a.m. till we started this game, but I guess 12 it is. We'll start playing this game now. Yes, hi. Who is trying to kill me? Well, it's not you, is it, Bonbon? Bonbon? It's not. It is! What? Charles! What do you think that is? I thought it was the Tooth Fairy. I don't know. Oh. That's how it works. You just recheck the sound. That makes a lot more sense where the fuck I was doing. That explains so much. Yeah, that makes so much more sense. Of course, if they were gone, why you wouldn't hear the noise? Oh yeah, sorry, let me not even look into the dark abyss! The demons of the night! I don't know what's that. Of course, that makes so much more sense. You would, of course, just double check the sound, and that's when you would flash you would flash the light. Of course, that makes sense. Why would that not make sense? Why would that not be the way you would do that? That makes so much more sense. I know. Foxy's about to be up. He's probably gonna be peeking through the door. That's fine. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Need to go and check on other people before I get my 1, 2, 3, 4. I know! I know! 1, 2, 3. I know! Alright, I've been going at this for a while. I do want to try to beat this night before ending the video, so I'll give it I'll give it like a few more. I don't actually know how many. I'll try to give another attempt or two, but if we don't beat it, we don't beat it. It's just, oh my god, I'm glad I finally understand how it works. Of course! That makes so much logical sense. You would recheck the sound, because if the sound's not there, then you would... I'd never understood that when watching the videos from Marky Moo! I know! And this knowledge will be all I need to defeat the demons! God! To defeat you! It's all I need. Or not! It's all I need, but I don't care, bro. I'm fine. Just restarted that. I guess we'll call it here. Shut up. This is incredible. Like, this is acting insane. It's 4 AM and Foxy isn't in the room. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna do it. Holy shit. It's 5 AM. He's not in the room. Whoa. What's wrong, Foxy? See me, little lady, don't you, Bonnie? Alright, I need to check on Bonnie. Get you! Get fucked! Oh my god! 2 days until the party. Oh my god, that was incredible. Oh my goodness, he hates you. Oh, does he? Yeah, he does, doesn't he? You have to get up. You can get out this time. But you have to hurry. Yeah, I did dilly-dally a little bit, didn't I? Where's your plush toy? Mine is Spring Bonnie. Oh, my daddy says I have to be careful of him, or I will pinch my fingers. Bit of a dangerous toy, I gotta say. He is a finger trap, he says. I'm sure he is. Hello there, buddy. I see you. I'm around the flowers. You better watch out. I hear they come to life at night. what type of playground rumors are these? You better watch out! The monsters come out. What? And if you die, they hide your body and never tell you. What the fuck? Why do you look so worried? See you at the party. Yeah. Aren't you the kid who always hides under the table and cries? Well, I mean, no one else is scared. Why are you? Stop being such a baby. I just... okay. I get these people exist. I understand, but just like... I don't understand the mentality. Loser! Okay, maybe I do. Like, he's a kid. Why are you bullying him? Hello there, balloon kid. Are you going to the party? Everyone's going to the party. Yeah. Oh wait, you have to go. It's your birthday. Why do I have to go? How many birthdays am I having? Do I get the cake? Oh, yeah. I'll be at the party after I go home. I have some things to do. I might be a little toddler, but I actually am quite a busy little boy. I gotta say. More busy than you. Clearly, oh, you little balloon. Balloon free day, but with shut up. Have I made it home? Hey, be careful. Should I go to my room? What do you mean, be careful? Where is he? Is he behind that? I'm gonna... Wait, no, he's in my bed. I remember. Oh, Mangle! Oh, you are in this game. Well... I just... Go... Yep. I made it home! I see no reason to step another single foot in my room. What happened to the head of my Foxy? I should investigate. Huh, he's gone. What do you have to say about this, Red Bar? Wait, is he? Wait, is he really not? I hate you! Tomorrow's another day. Yeah, it sure is. Nope. I'm good. I don't, nope. No, I'm good. Stop. We're not doing a fourth night. Not today. Well, guys, I'm gonna call it here for this episode. Man, that's really cool. I do apologize if I repeat myself a little bit through the past few episodes, literally last episode and this, but that is very fascinating. I like that a lot. Again, obviously there's a lot of comparisons that can be made from the previous FNAF games, of course, right? Oh, I was gonna say, I never finished this statement. I was going to say this, right? One of the reasons why I found all the stuff with Foxy so interesting is because in previous games, the previous installments, the game usually has a way of telling you what's going on, right? The phone guy in pretty much FNAF 1 through 3 always tells you what's going on, right? But in this game, there's no real thing that tells you now. Now, granted, there's not much really going on. It's mainly just the 4 animatronics, right? Bonnie, Chica, Foxy in the closet, and then the little Fred bites on your bed, right? That's all that it really is to it, but still, usually there's something that tells you, and I do think it's interesting. I should know, because I've recorded both these videos in the same day, but I can't remember. I don't know if Foxy is able to be active night 1, or maybe originally, right? Scott has obviously post these games coming out, I've updated them to make them harder, right? Perfect example, Five Nights at Freddy's. Night 1, Foxy's not a thing, but if you play the game now, he can actually come to the office and kill you, which is not how the game normally is supposed to work, right? So, I don't know if Foxy is enabled Night 1 normally, or if it's an update. I think he is now, but I could be misremembering. But I think it's interesting, right? You don't see Foxy at all the first night, I think. This could all be wrong, right? But then after your older brother scares you, he then becomes active, right? That's the only thing I was thinking of that could be a way to display that something has been added. It would make sense, right? You experience that trauma, and now trauma's in your nightmare. I was just making that correlation between the recordings. I thought that was kind of neat. The other thing as well, I really like... Right? I think it's so cool that in this game, your sort of how easy it is kind of dependent on how much you can control Foxy, right? In a lot of the earlier attempts, he was in my room 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m. It felt random, and it's not because it is random. It's because, again, that noise. I was so distracted in the first episode because I kept hearing this noise, right? Someone running, and I didn't understand what that was. I didn't understand what the running was, but it made sense. I should have made the correlation. Of course, it's Foxy. He's the only one in FNAF who ever runs, who you ever hear running. You hear Foxy running in FNAF 1 down the hallway. So it makes sense that that noise would be correlated to him. Not only that as well, but you hear him moving from the left hallway to the right hallway, and you hear him as well when he gets closer and when he goes back. And so, in case you didn't notice, throughout the attempt, I wasn't really focusing on the doors as much. I was focusing on the noise. I was paying attention. Is Foxy running? He just moved. I'll check behind me to the Fredbears, right? He's on the right side. I'll go to the right side. Sometimes it seems like as well that he can kind of interrupt Chica and Bonnie. It doesn't seem like it's always the case, but it seems like he might do that. But the point being is that if you play essentially the noise game and you focus specifically on Foxy, the entire game kind of becomes so much more easier because I now don't have to worry about going to the closet. There's no reason for me to go to the closet to check on Foxy if he's not in the room. I literally had him essentially outside the room until 5 a.m. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that in the next nights. I'm sure night 4 and night 5, I think if night 5 goes the way I think it does, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it in those because the animatronics are always gonna be sorry, I'm talking fast, I'm mumbling. The animatronics are obviously are going to be more aggressive, so I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to push that in the next few nights. But that is really cool. I like that. I like the fact that if you can stop Foxy, you can essentially control the entire night, and it becomes so easy. It was actually really cool. Just like as the time's going up, I'm like, oh, he's not in the room. No, he's not in the room. It's just, that was really cool. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I'm gonna call it here. This has been awesome. We're actually making progress. Maybe I am. I'm not the king for now, but still, I'm doing good, and that's all that matters to me. So thank you everyone for watching. It does mean a lot to my tiny little heart. Please let me know down below what you think of the episode, the video, the events so far. And without further ado, my name is, of course, as always, Magic18, and hopefully I see you guys in the next one. Bye and stay safe, guys. Okay, bye. Bye.